It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. Okay, no, and let me spare you any more singing, guys, because really, I know you guys have to come back just to see what this mad woman is going to come up with next. So, I have promised you Christmas every month. And we're going to go crazy in July because that's apparently a thing now. Christmas in July, but we're not in July yet. Okay, so I'm giving you the card, the Christmas card for this month. I went into the basket of Christmas stuff, and this is the one I pulled out. It is the Diamond Press Santa Claus that I reviewed like last year. And we're not talking 2021 last year. We're talking 2020 last year. I've had it sitting there, and I didn't even pull out the folder, so we're going to add that to the stack of folders here. Actually, I should put it in the bin. But, I mean, you guys have seen it. Lots of people have done it. I remember VNA reviewed this way back in the day when it first came out. And mine is finally seeing the light of day. You know why I pulled them out? Because I feel like coloring. God, what's wrong with me? And since I just got this paper from HSN, I thought it would be perfect to do it as a card, a gift card holder, the Santa Claus, with some of this new paper. So I'll figure out, and I'm really fiddly farting with either using some of the package paper because it would be appropriate, or with the stripe paper because it reminds me of Christmas wrapping, or both. And, you know, because you know how I say, if I'm going to do one, cut four. So I'm going to really quickly, I actually should have some pre-cut card bases because I'm ahead of myself for once. But, so let me go ahead, tear out the papers, cut them down the size real quick. You do not need to see that. Come on. We all know card fronts. I'll still throw the measurements in the description down below. In case you're new to card making, I'll give you the measurements. But for the most part, you know, we all know what an A2 card is. So give me a second. Let me cut some of this down, and we'll get rocking and rolling, all right?
Be right back.
Okay, kids, I am back. I have already cut. Like I said, I had already card bases pre-cut. Not as many as I want to, so probably maybe later tonight when I'm watching something with the Peanut Gallery, I will sit and cut up paper into card bases. I have pulled out some of still from the stash of the Nina Solar White that I have. I have a little stack here, and I still have a stack in my scrap box here, over here to my left. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp out my Santa Claus using my lovely trusty Misty. I almost stamp everything with my Misty at this point in the game. I very rarely not use it. It's like I have all these stamp blocks in. Only because I doubt my own ability to stamp on the first try. And if you don't get it right, well, there you go. You're done. Game over. So, being that I know me, and, ooh, I haven't done the tape thingy. So before I go, I'm going to do the tape thingy on this. So I'll do that. We're going to put down our Santa Claus. And I get 2 out of each sheet. And I'm trying to think, are there other things that I want to cut out of here? Stamp out of here that I want to die cut later and add to it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll have plenty of room here to cut out of the scraps. Okay. But then by the same token, if I can, you know what? Let's see. What do we have? I think we have little leaves. Let's see what we've got in here. I mean, oh my gosh. And we individually cut the leaves and these and the berries. Oh my gosh. I have to be a mad woman to even contemplate this. And there you go. That should say everything. Ugh. Okay. So we'll put a leaf there and some berries here. And we'll come back, and when we stamp, I'll move those around. So we'll do this one first. So let me now pick it up. I still have the sentiment, and I don't remember now where it came from. So it's going to live here until I remember where it came from. It's got to be something new. I'm pretty sure it was Crafter's Companion. I may have to watch my own blessed video just to remember where it came from. Because there you go. Mad woman. That's all I can say. I am using because I'm going to color this with alcohol markers. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Oh, wait. Hang on. I didn't rough this up. Let me backtrack a minute. And let me rough it up a little bit. But I double checked with my friend Nikki, who is like the goddess of of alcohol markers and coloring. She's just amazing. Let me see. I'm going to try to find her. I don't know if she does an Instagram. I'll find her and link her down below. I know she doesn't do YouTube. but she's amazing, amazing, amazing. She may post her stuff on Facebook. I'll find it and I'll post it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artist. You know, she needs to put her stuff out there. Really, she does. But anyway, I asked her, I go, hey, Nick, isn't it Momenta? And this is what she uses when she does Copic coloring. And she's on you. I would catch her online because she is doing right now the March Madness event for Stamp Anything. If you guys have not discovered Stamp Anything, you might want to go take a peek. She has some digital images that are free for download today. Does me no good to tell you this because by the time I get this up, it will not be today anymore. But just so you know, I think about once a month, she does a stamping event where for that day, the digital images that they're coloring are free downloads. And I've already downloaded mine. And just so you know, if you have a toner printer, and if you don't, then go to like Staples or, you know, Office Max or Kinko's or wherever. And if you print on with, if you print with toner will hold up to to alcohol markers. And even better, if you've got a mink, you can hit that black. There's two things you can do. This is something I discovered, and maybe I'll do that on a mink trick. This is a mink trick. If you mink toner, it shines it up. I found that out by accident when I was doing peanut galleries in my wedding invitations, and then I went through and did it on purpose. That was just an amazing thing to discover. It turned out pretty good on the first crack. I'm just going to give it a second hit because I'm sitting here yammering anyway, so what the heck, right? So we'll just do him again just because I didn't get right here was a bad spot. So, and I'm going to use this. And these, you're seeing the tail end of me rubbing with my hands or with my cloth. I ordered yesterday one of those dealy whoppers that you use that are tools that are it's gorgeous off an Etsy vendor. So when it comes in, needless to say, I will share it with you guys and I will link you to her. She does really, really, I mean, they're functional and they're beautiful. And you guys know about me and functional and pretty. If I get, you know, if it's a twofer, even better. Now, I'm pretty sure he will be, yep, he's perfect. I just have to flip the paper over and then I'll come back and flip some more. Yeesh. But right now I just want to get Santa Claus. So anyway, I mean, I'm yammering along here and you guys get the drift of doing this. So I'm going to continue to do this and come back when I got them all stamped out. Okay, I'm back again. Lots of coloring here to do. I just tested out my reds to figure out, I think, which shade of red. I think I have my skin tone, but I'm going to cheat because coward that I am. As I haven't colored in a while, so I want to get a feel again for the marker. So I figure, let me color in my shoes so that I can get, you know, my strokes, you know, just a little practice in. But I'm not gonna make you guys watch all of my coloring. I'm just gonna do a little bit just to get my strokes in. But these are the shoes, so these are super easy to color in. Except I go around the edges because, you know, I'm that kid that had to struggle to stay inside the lines. But I'm just going to color all of these little circles in and then start in on my Santa Claus. But see, just with these markers, and these are not Copics, obviously. These are just the Master Touch from Hobby Lobby, and right now I'm really liking them. I'm not going to lie to you. They seem to be working really well for me. But again, I am not a colorist. I love how Vianney says that. And then she does this magnificent stuff with, you know, not even trying. So I'm not buying it, girl. Just saying, if you're watching, I'm not a believer. You're lying. I'm not a colorist. That is for sure. And see right there, I took a little poke right outside the line, but I can fix that really quickly by touching it with the blender. The blender acts like an eraser. What it essentially does is, I hate this one. This is the blender. It has the chisel. It pushes it in. It kind of like you pushing it back in. So it's really awesome. So that's why I have it handy right there, because I know invariably I'm going to make a mess of things. Although it is not, I mean, look, I had a harder time with that little tiny Santa Claus from last year. Remember, you guys, that little tiny itty bitty guy? So this, you would think I would have less of a chance of messing up. So anyway, you have this. I'm going to continue to color and leave you to some appropriate holiday music. Alrighty then, it just took me more than a minute, huh, to get this all colored up, but I got it all done. And I'm wondering, I actually, now that I look at it, I don't think my colors match. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, never mind. Let's not go there, okay? But now we are ready to take and die cut all of these pieces. I just wanted to tune in for a second, just to let you know. Next thing is we're going to die cut this, and we're ready to assemble this card. I mean, and I just wanted to take a moment and mark a momentous occasion. Because, you know, as I know, I write my notepad. I take this notepad and I write down everything that I then transfer on the YouTube, you know, my measurements, the mark, in this case, the markers I use. This is the last page. I have been using this notebook since I started the channel. It's my little cheapy little 99-cent store, you know, Mermaid's Kisses, Starfish Wishes. But these are all, you know, notes on just about all the cards I've made. And I'm on the last page. I mean, there's 2 pieces more paper, but that's just back notes. That is totally unrelated. So this is what has to happen to them. And that's really is it. I have to start a new notebook. Oh my goodness. This is, you know, an end of an era. Okay, I'm over it already. So let's just move on. Let me just take, what I'm going to do is really quickly, I'm going to die cut all these pieces up, and then let's come back and let's assemble this card. Okay, be right back. Alrighty then, we're ready to rock and roll with our Santas here. I've got everything cut out, colored in, and we're ready just to assemble. I went ahead and on my cards, I already stamped a sentiment on the inside, and I went ahead and did a different one because I have a bunch of these stamps. So I decided this one was going to be cute. When I'm done, I'll sign them, because that's when you sign and when you're done. That's purely on principle and because I'm a crazy person. On this one, interesting. Oh no, wait a minute, hang on, because you know me, how this thing with oh my goodness, you know, cut 1, cut 4. I found here, and I just set it aside with the other guy. Here is one that I had done from last year, people, and it was still hanging around here. So there you go. There's going to be a Santa with a Santa Claus, although this time we're just going to leave it go right here, and these 2 will be the same. So I just took the Merry Christmas and stamped it from this stamp set, this one right here. It took a little bit of doing. I must have had to stamp it like the first time, like 4 times. And before I got it to be able to stamp right, and then after that, it just started stamping fairly well. Diamond Press, I find I have a little bit more, I have to work it a little bit more to get it to stamp nice, but it does stamp nice. And there you go. They are acrylic. They're not photopolymer, so you're always going to have to work a little bit harder with photopolymer. I still love them. I'll still buy them. I'll still use them. So that's all I'm going to say on the subject. Okay, so let's get together and let's go ahead and adhere down my background paper with Big Mama. I've been trying to get myself to come over to using glue to do this, and I think I've been doing this for too many years that I just can't get used to it. And maybe if I play with it a little bit more, but I seem to be able to my eyes, I see where the glue is. And that bothers the crud out of me. So we are just going to go ahead and just set, of course, this is the problem when using tape. Is that if you're a mad woman like I am and talk too much and try to work too fast, you end up, you know, with it being stuck in the wrong place. But there we go. Hey, that's pretty darn tootin' good, guys. I'm impressed with myself. Okay, so that's that one. We'll put Santa Claus over here. And I will have to say that I'm fairly pleased. By the time I got to the 4th one, as you guys saw, I started doing all of them, and I realized, wait a minute, you guys don't need to see that. So I backed off and just worked on the 2 on one sheet because I could get through that relatively quickly. I mean, it was right there. It was ridiculous not to do both. In my personal opinion, you guys may tell me later that, yeah, lady, we really got tired of watching you do that. And that's okay. I'm open to constructive criticism. Don't be mean, but you tell me, look, Myra, seriously. And I'm okay. You know, I am not the end-all be-all. So I do this because I love to do it. But I don't want to bore you guys out of your minds. I mean, you know, I get it. So there we go. Now we have both our backgrounds. So now I'm going to assemble my Santa Clauses first, and then we'll glue them down to the background. So these guys are the gift card holder. This right here is what it is. It's to hold a gift card. So I'm putting mine on front. because I want to. I mean, technically, we could get away with it not being a gift card holder and it just be decorative. So your mileage may vary. So we're just going to leave it at that. But I'm ultimately probably going to use these next for Christmas for anybody who gets a gift card from us, which may be a lot depending on how crazy busy I am. So we have 2 feeties that look like evil Easter eggs. I mean, really. And then I have 2 hands that I believe I colored in 2 different greens, but they're close enough. When I put this on top of the other, you're barely going to be able to tell the difference. And I am not going to stress it at this point. So we have feeties and handsies over here as well. And then we're going to figure out, there was a part of me that was thinking about putting them right on top of here. And I don't know. I'm still toying with that idea, or I may just put them on the inside of the card. So I really have to make a decision on that. So we'll make that decision in a minute. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab my foam dots that I have here. I have much more dimensional ones than this, but I'm opting not to, because that way if I put a gift card down, it'll hold the gift card down, I think, snugglier. Is that a word? You know, it'll be much more snugly. So we are going to put my little foam tabs like right here. Can I fit 2 of them? By just barely a smidgen am I coming up short. So let's grab a pair of scissors and go yink. And my gosh, I don't know where that flew to, but it took a leap of faith and went, fly, my pretty fly. It says that the boxes can fly, so can I. Right? Probably better than I can throw, that's for sure. And we're going to put down these little foamies just right here, right as close to the bottom as I can get. And then I will do, oh, look, here's one that's already cut. So we're just going to go ahead and use him. We'll separate him a little bit. Nobody will ever know. And then I'll do that to his feet as well. And now we have to do his hands. And his hands, I have even smaller ones. So we are going to go for my little smaller squares. If I could manage to get them out of the envelope, out of my little Ziploc bag here. These, I believe, are thicker. These seem, I think, a little bit more dimensional than these guys. And these guys are the ones I'm looking for. So they are, both the hands and the feet are of the same. My gosh, but these look like they've been through a war. In other words, what that means is I've had them forever and ever and ever and ever. That's a long time, people. And we'll just put these down right here. And because I grabbed like 3 of them, so the upside is I can just sit there and curve them a little bit. So we'll grab these 3 right here. Flip that over, and we're going to put all our little... And we'll just twist them around. Bend them to our will. They will not defy me. Yes, right there and right there. Look, oh my God, he looks so cute. He's just cute. It's not because I'm this great artist, but he's just so adorable. I am a total fledgling colorist. And that a lot of the reason I'm wanting to try to make myself color is so that I get better. And I mean, the adage is true. Practice makes perfect. By the time I got to the 4th Santa Claus, he's the one that I'm happiest with the coloring. I'm still not super contented because I'm sure I could be, oh, these won't work. I know that I shouldn't be self-shading, and that's what I'm doing. I'm shading with the same color by adding extra layers of the color on it. But I knew that even if it took a little bit extra work, it was going to be better than me trying to switch to another color and shading it, because if it went south, I was going to have to start all over again. So I knew that while it was not the perfect solution, it was going to be the one that works for me. And that's what you got to do. I mean, you cannot compare yourself to some of these amazing colors. I can't compare myself to my friend Nikki. I mean, it's just breathtaking what she can do with alcohol markers. It's just amazing. So you can't. It just is. So, having said that, I do what I can, and slowly but surely you may see some improvement from me. Okay, so now let's just go and let's grab my favorite tweezers. But, before I do that, let's grab the phone folder. And let me just shoot. I'm just going to press down with them because I can't really rub on these guys. Well, these guys I can't. But those little guys, I can't. No way. But these I'll just rub down. I just want to burnish them down, really press them down so that they're really stuck to the paper, which will make it easier for me to pull off these, the release papers on top. And this will go much faster. In theory, like communism. No, we all know how that works. Ask my parents. They will tell you. Okay, so we set these aside. And we will start with our feeties. Let's take our little tapes off. Wow, that came out really easy. See, this is why it's worth taking the extra seconds to burnish, because you'll struggle less doing this part right here. Right? Okay, which glasses? Oh, hang on. Let me go to the, yes, I'm sorry. I will put these back on top of my head. We are right now. We will eventually, I'm going to break down and just get progressives and the heck with it, spend all kinds of money on it. Right now, we're working on getting Steven's glasses first. It's like one at a time. And is that, oh, that's a foamy, so hang on. It's a little tiny, tiny bit there on the edge. I just caught. God only knows how I managed to see that. Ah, okay. And we're going to just go ahead and adhere him, line it up. This isn't rocket science. It's not super difficult. We're going to line up our little footies, feeties, as I call them, right there. And then we'll do the same with the hands. I should have just taken all the release tape papers off. Hello. Nimrod. There we go. So we'll just take a second and we'll remove these. And then we'll put our hands on. I don't think, I'm still debating as I'm sitting here talking, yammering away and doing this as to whether I'm going to glue Santa flat onto the card or dimensionalize him a little bit. Where's the other hand? Where did I send the other hand flying? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Oh, I think I threw the hand away too. Oh, my Lord. So, but he'll probably go flat because as is, he's dimensionalized enough. But here we go. All we do now is I just line it up to the edge. I don't know. Does that, I think this one, you know what? They're actually, these hands are sided. Here I got another piece of right here. I can see it. I can see it just barely off the edge. Okay. So there is actually, I believe, yeah, that looks better. I think there is actually a right hand and a left hand. Or I'm a crazed woman. And of course that will be such shocking news to you people. Okay. And there's our other handsy. Now wait a minute, because that one, it doesn't look right. So I'm betting that I got these switched. So let's see what happens if I try another handsy. This one looks different. Oh, look, see, this one looks right. So see, you got to be careful that, you know, learn from the resident mad woman and pay attention when you die cut these out and keep them apart so that at the 11th hour, you're not doing this stuff because I'm a ding-a-ling. But I am worth my weight in entertainment value. And guys, I am many things, but a skinny chick is not one of them. Okie dokie. There's just more of me to love. Yeah, go ahead. Keep telling yourself that, girl. These are so cute. This guy is just so adorable. It was one of those that I wasn't exactly going to get. And Steve said, oh, no, you're getting that. So, because heaven forbid, I cannot get myself into enough trouble all by myself. I have the king of the enablers is my husband. So, and there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, let me take a peek, guys, real quick. And let me see if I really want to do this. There, you know, because I could lay one flat and then dimensionalize the other one. Do it like that. But no, because you know what? These are tucked behind. So we're going to save these and we're going to decorate the inside of the card. So now my choice is, do I want to pop him up a little bit more? Or do I just lay him flat? Gosh, I really actually think I do. At this point, what the heck? And here's a little trick that I saw because somebody sent me a card that way. When you have dimensional on the front, put a piece of chipboard or thin cardboard on the front, or in the alternative, when you put it in the envelope, let's say this is the envelope, put it backwards, because that will make it so it cancels here, so that then when they open the card, they see it immediately, so they get the immediate added gratification, but it also helps with the stamping process. So it might get you by, because this is not really a lot of dimension. This is a very lightweight card. So I think this is a one stamper, in all honesty. But I am going to go ahead and dimensionalize it. So it'll pop it up enough for effect, but not so much that it makes a huge difference. Now, see, guys, this is when you alcohol color. This is what you want to see. You want it saturated in the paper. I didn't saturate enough. Let's look at this guy. Let's see how this guy looks. See, this is the one that's colored the best. This is the one whose result I'm the happiest with. And you see more saturation. So, you know, slowly but surely, guys, this is a learning curve. So don't beat yourself up, and I'm not going to beat myself up. We're all going to be good about this. So now let me take a moment and let's put down some tape. Am I going to be able to put them up? Okay, no, we're just going to stop right there and quit while we are ahead. We'll just put a few rows of this tape. Whoop. Do that real quick. In fact, give me a sec. I'm going to do this, and you don't need to see this. This is like, hello, this is tape. Give me 1 second. All right, I've foamied everything to within an inch of its life, so we'll set this one aside, and we'll work on this one, which is the one I applied the foamies first. So all I need is my tweezers back, and because right now I'm a bit rather a creature of habit, I've got it all right there, put away where it belongs. Usually my Mad Hatter container, this little guy, is usually over here, but right now he's on the right side. And, you know, just because he's got to change it up, and because it's a hot mess in that corner. But this whole desk is a hot mess, you know. You guys don't see beyond the mat. It's the one, you know, 5 square inches of clean space in here. I'm right now in the middle of a war zone. I'm surrounded by the baskets I keep up here because I'm determined to do exactly what I said I was going to do with you guys, which is to do a Christmas card. And I still have Valentine's out. I haven't put it away yet because I'm going to do the reorganization. And you don't need to hear all of this. Oh, let me straighten out my chair a minute. Oh, okay. So anyway, what we're going to do next is to go ahead and just lay them down, because this is such, you know, this is just rocket science, because this is the only thing we have left, is just to center him wherever it makes you happy. And go, and there you go. Works for me. And I'm already looking at it, and because I am a critical eye, I'm thinking, you know what, I should have picked a different green to match better with this green. And stop. We're just going to grab those. So now all we have left to do is grab and decorate the inside of the card. So let's see, where do I want to grab my tweezers? In fact, I'm going to grab the other tweezers so I don't have to deal with these sharp ones. These are a little less, they do their thing, but they're not as sharp. There we go. Stay. Fido, stay. So I'm thinking of putting it like right up here. So we'll put one that's dimensional. And I automatically put dimensional on the berries. And why I'm even going, there's a part of me that thinks I'm going to be taking off. And I may just glue them all flat. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to grab, where's my Barely Art glue? Oh, look, where it's supposed to be. Shocking. Wait, what did I say? When you have these little lid guys, I'm just going to grab it from right there. Ooh, and I have, see, it's clogged. I have got a trick for you to help keep these guys, especially when you're working with them, from the glue. No matter what, I think, no matter what's the nature of the beast, these guys are going to clog up a bit. I have the trick for you so that it doesn't do that while you're working with your glue. So I will show you that. I am plotting a hack video. So it might happen, it might not happen until next year, but it's not okay. Gosh. But my intentions are good. I have a very well paved road. Okay, there we go. And let's put that down. And I'm just kind of going higgly-piggly, kind of helped, you know. And now we will go with the berries. I'm not happy with any of the berries I did. And there you go. And I'm just going to tell myself what I tell you guys. To remember, it is the beauty of a handcrafted item. And there you go. because I am now at this point tired. So I'm just like, no, we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're just going to, what is. There we go. Even the store-bought cards are never perfect. So, and we have a little smooth little dent in the card. So let's undent that. There we go. And there you go, guys. Okay. And there we go. So those are that we've decorated. We've added a little bit of finish, a little bit of decoration to the inside of our cards on both of them. And then there you go. Here are our cards. I have 2 waiting to be finished, and I'll add that to the stack of cards that I take with me anywhere I go and work on to finish them. I'm still not done, believe it or not, with all those Valentine cards. But here I've got, you can tell in this one, these are the 2. Still have to color them. And there we go. We will get them done in time for Christmas. All right. But thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out with me. Hopefully you learned something. I don't know what, but you got something from us. And if you enjoyed this, by all means, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Drop me a note. And if you want to see more of my madness, then subscribe and ding the bell, because I am like a bad penny, people. I just keep turning off. And with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm a pooped pigeon, and I will see you at the next one. And I always do not forget, people, we are all a little mad here. So come scrap the madness with me, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.